Let's start with that. How to translate Lexus. Watch now. On behalf of Lexus, first letter L luxury. Second two letters EX export. Last two letters US and US. D United States is Toyota. Who came up with export initially to the United States of America? Expensive Toyota. That's why Toyota is called Lexus. One of the most reliable cars in the world. Definitely was a Land Cruiser Prado. This is how all these cars looked in the new generation. Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. They look like this. Someone has round headlights, someone has square ones. I like it better without the square headlights. But Lexus is exactly this GX 550. I personally like it. I really like the way he looks. Nice, balanced and cool. This car also has a pretty significant overhang, judging by how high it stands. Judging by the way its bumpers are positioned. With this car you can jump over any bumps. And not be afraid to rip off your bumper. It's smaller than the Cruiser 300, but it costs far less. This car costs differently. They're from 16 to 18 million rubles on average, there is 17 something. But because the dollar exchange rate is constantly jumping around, there is no precision here. Is 17 million rubles a lot for this car? It's not a small deal to buy this car somewhere there for security, to the escort or somewhere else. Into expensive pleasure. I think it's a shame for her. Because she's cool. She's a bit of a jerk. It has a short wheelbase, feeling of smooth running. The tenderness of this tenderness. She is not here. It is there at the very beginning. When I first started, I thought at first, here what Numa, then I realized I'm not the one with the air here. In terms of controllability, this is of course Jello. Honestly, yes, like all Toyota Lexus. You know what I compare it to. I'm doing this incorrectly, but subconsciously, with a Land Cruiser with a 300, well, a Cruiser 300, for example, especially diesel, he is worse in terms of metals. Well, how is the diesel 3 worse and 3 is good? It seems to be reliable so far. We use this machine in our work. But here is a petrol car. This is what moves. Brighter on the pedal, just like that. Well, it's clear. 300th Cruiser. Diesel with 3 and 3 engine, on a full tank. You will behave calmly, plus minus 700 can pass there. Here you fill up the tank. And he wrote me 400. We're driving 15, we have a hum. Well, it's really noisy, Leoka, in general. Do you hear? Yes. Do you know what kind of noise there is? I just wanted to tell you, we are taking off. Lexus GX 550 at your service. There is a beam at the top, you can see the railings. This beam is also noisy. Yes, I think it gives a certain sailing effect. Same thing, like on a 300, see he's jumping, floats all over, and do you know how long we've been traveling? 15 such ordinamica. This is not Madrio, but here the aerodynamics are not so stupid, like on a G-Class for example. You know, there is absolutely everything for life here, everything that is in the standard. Good cars. And a comfortable seat, and the projection on the display is elegantly located start button. Stop like here review. Looks like a G-Class. This is very strong on the G-Class. It looks like we have a shelf down here. Convenient large mirrors, electronic rear view mirror, and a whole bunch of additional helpers for the safety of movement on public roads. New multimedia system. Very easy to read. I like these little knobs. Stylish design. Here, you know, it happens when nothing annoys you. Here is me in this car. Nothing at all annoys me. The instrument panel is easy to read. Nothing extra. Everything is as usual. Here is Lexus. This story with switching modes is very convenient. Sport plus S. Then we have Sports, normal mode. Comfortable and economical. The menu works very quickly, very nice steering wheel, and in general the car is very nice. You know, I look at different moments. Certainly, here it would be possible to make some more expensive plastic. On the other hand I touch, it's actually quite soft and nice. I like this style. I really like the new one from Lexus. That there is a place for charging the phone. There are not many glove compartments, so this is not the kind of car where you can throw a lot of stuff. Well, by the way, the situation with the glove compartment is fine here. The curtain opens and closes. This thing is mad or not mad accordingly. What do you want to see here? Twin turbo. As always, I want to see something here. Lesha, I feel a little offended. When the car costs almost 18 million, and it has a 3-liter engine, this is the harsh real new modern world. You unfortunately, you can't do anything. I'm just crazy about him in appearance. Do you really like this shape? I swear it's just very. I don't know why but. This is war, you understand that this is an armored personnel carrier. No, it's a style. Honestly, there's something from the Geländewagen in there. Look, there is such glass. Such forms, but they didn't steal their own handwriting, they made their own. And look from behind, everything is simple, everything is clear. Everything is clear, nothing extra, yes. And here is this very convenient thing, but it's convenient for whom? Well, I don't know. Well, how do you imagine that you are driving to the dacha along a dusty road? You will open it like this, your dog will hang there and dust will fly in there. And if there are dusty roads, and if according to such a normal one, well, you'll be flying there anyway. You won't leave the dog there. Your dog will scratch you. That's all, that's all. And this plastic is the same as in the 300. Don't put it there, it's all dead. Well, I can't say that it's much. By the way, less than 300, but a little less. He thinks much less than a coward. Well, I'm a coward, you can even put a motorcycle in there. I just liked it, look how stylish it is. Look, there is nothing extra, well, that is, it is clear that it is plastic. There's some kind of plastic there, some kind of strange rubber here. And now the skin will jump and say. Well, you're riding behind. I can't say that it's particularly comfortable and there's not much space. There's a bit of room in the back for a big person. It will be quite difficult to drive. I sit down behind you, you sit. Well, it's okay, but I'm pushing my feet. But you will travel 600 kilometers like that. 700,000 well if. Well, they'll force me. Yes, if they force you to pass, you will. Well, no, well, we can drive 5, yeah, and in comfort here. This is the only comfort for us, you and me. That the backrest here reclines back. This is comfortable. This is the place. I wish it was further away. Because that's all I do. Everything is where I need it, or should I put my foot at an angle like this, you know? That is, I can't place my leg straight. Well, if only here on the edge. And then I hugged all of this, look. I got my trouser leg dirty right away. When I saw this Lexus for the first time at the presentation, I just thought wow, cool. But did you notice? What's been happening on public roads lately? You can find very few Lexuses. And there are very few Lexus. 300 square meters is quite a lot. People buy them, but there are just not enough Lexuses. Or I didn't really notice them that much. Well, I'm sure there will be even fewer of these cars, and everyone will be ready to give 18 million rubles for a specific machine, despite the fact that it is reliable. That I am sure of it. I know that for sure. Both Lexus and Toyota are that car, which you can buy, drive it for 3 years and sell it for even more than you bought it. This is also a fact, but the controllability is terrible. On the highway at speed, no. And she's pretty both inside and out. Well, as for me, I definitely wouldn't buy such a car. But I know there are a lot of fans who simply adore these cars. Well, at least it will keep its price. If not, he will keep the price. And now the collection will rise even more, and it will only become more expensive. Yes, the secondary market will also be expensive. The secondary market will be expensive. That's why I think, what is this liquid? You know, like a good liquid product. All this is clear. Locks are reduced. But in the city, but no one will use it, Lesha. Well, just like on the G-Class. Yes, these 3 locks, no one uses them. Well, you know, in principle, this car was conceived in principle as an off-road vehicle. The Likas were also considered military vehicles, off-road vehicles, and we somehow want too much from him now. That is, we won't agree. Well, look at the G-Class, here he is. Just like that, yeah. Yes, such an angular, daring car. Well, here he is, just as angular. I wouldn't say he's daring. This is a cheeky G-Class. Yes, this G-Class is bold, just moderately bold. This is the design of it. Choose for yourself, make your own decision. I think it's beautiful and interesting. But I think it's expensive. Oh right, oh dear. Do you understand yet?